By the time you reach 70, something surprising happens. The things you once chased, worried about, obsessed over, they just don't matter anymore. And letting go of them, it might be the most freeing thing you'll ever do. Turning 70 is often seen as a major milestone, and for many, it can feel like a line in the sand, a moment that marks the passage of time. But what if we looked at it differently? What if, instead of seeing 70 as the beginning of the end, we saw it as the start of something entirely new, a fresh chapter, full of possibility, wisdom, and freedom? At 70, you've lived through decades of experiences, challenges, and triumphs. You've weathered storms, celebrated victories, and learned lessons that only time can teach. Now you stand at a unique crossroads, where the pressures of youth and middle age begin to fade, and a new sense of clarity emerges. This is a time to release old burdens, to let go of the expectations and worries that may have weighed you down for years, and to embrace what truly matters to you. Imagine waking up each morning with the sunlight streaming through your window, feeling a sense of peace and contentment that comes from knowing you no longer have to prove yourself to anyone. The world's opinions, the race for achievements, and the need to fit in, these things can finally take a back seat. Instead, you can focus on what brings you joy, fulfillment, and meaning. 70 is not about slowing down. It's about living more intentionally. It's about cherishing the relationships that matter most, exploring new interests, and giving yourself permission to say no to things that no longer serve you. It's a time to nurture your well-being, to laugh with friends, to savor quiet moments, and to pursue passions you may have set aside. You may find that the things you once worried about, what others think, the pursuit of perfection, or the fear of missing out, no longer hold the same power over you. Instead, you can let go of these anxieties and discover a deeper sense of peace. You can finally prioritize your own happiness, health, and dreams. So, as you step into this new chapter, remember, 70 is not an ending, but a beautiful new beginning. It's a chance to redefine what matters, to lighten your load, and to experience the freedom that comes with letting go. In the next few moments, we'll explore 10 things you can finally release after 70, and the profound peace that comes with each one. Number 1, let's talk about the pressure to be productive every single day. For so many years, perhaps even decades, your sense of self-worth was closely tied to what you could accomplish. The grind was relentless. There were always more tasks to finish, more boxes to check, more goals to chase. The to-do lists seemed endless, and the expectation to keep moving, keep achieving, never really let up. Maybe you felt that if you weren't busy, you weren't valuable, that your days needed to be filled with measurable progress, or else they didn't count. But now, things are different. You've entered a new chapter of life, one where the rules have changed. The truth is, you no longer have to prove anything to anyone, not to your boss, not to your family, not even to yourself. The years you spent working hard, raising families, building careers, and meeting obligations have already shown your dedication and your worth. You've earned the right to let go of that constant pressure. Imagine what it feels like to wake up and know that your day doesn't have to be defined by productivity, that it's okay to have a slow morning, to linger over your coffee, to take a walk simply because you enjoy it, not because it's on your list. You can spend time reading, gardening, or just sitting quietly, appreciating the world around you. These moments are valuable too. They're not wasted. They're a different kind of accomplishment. One that's about being, not just doing. Letting go of productivity pressure doesn't mean you stop caring or lose your sense of purpose. It means you get to redefine what matters to you. Maybe you'll choose to volunteer, learn something new, or reconnect with old friends. Or maybe you'll simply give yourself permission to rest, to reflect, and to savor the present. The point is, you get to decide. Your worth isn't measured by how much you get done, but by the richness of your experiences and the peace you find in each day. So as you move forward, remember, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. This is your time to embrace a gentler pace, to let go of the old pressures and to discover new joys in simply being yourself. Rest isn't laziness, it's a reward. Doing nothing is doing something sacred. You've earned that peace. Number 2, chasing beauty standards. For years you were told to fight aging, hide the gray, smooth the wrinkles. But those lines on your face, they tell stories. That silver hair, it's wisdom in plain sight. You don't need to fit a mold anymore. Real beauty now lives in your authenticity, your laughter, your grace, your presence. Number 3, accumulating material possessions. We all collect things, cars, clothes, keepsakes, thinking they'll make us happy, but eventually, those things begin to collect us. After 70, less becomes more. Let go of the clutter. Keep only what brings you peace or joy, because true wealth now is space, simplicity, freedom. Number 4, tolerating toxic relationships. You've spent enough time with people who bring more stress than support. You know the ones, the constant complainers, the subtle critics, the energy drainers. Letting them go. That's not cold. That's courage. That's self-respect. Protect your peace. Nurture the connections that uplift you. Number 5, letting go of social obligations that don't bring you joy. As we move through life, we often find ourselves entangled in a web of expectations. Dinners we feel compelled to attend, group chats we feel pressured to keep up with, and favors we agree to out of habit rather than genuine desire. But as you reach a certain stage, you realize something liberating. You don't owe anyone your time anymore, not out of politeness, not out of guilt, not because it's what you've always done. Your time is precious and it's yours to spend as you wish. It's perfectly okay to say no. You can skip the party without feeling like you're letting someone down. You can leave the group chat that drains your energy. You can choose solitude or the company of just 1 or 2 people who truly make you feel at ease. This isn't selfishness, it's self-respect. It's recognizing that your well-being matters and that you have the right to protect your peace. Letting go of social obligations doesn't mean shutting yourself off from the world. It means being intentional about where you invest your energy. It means choosing connections that uplift you and activities that genuinely bring you happiness. Maybe you'd rather spend an evening reading a good book, tending to your garden, or simply sitting quietly with your thoughts. Maybe you want to invest more time in hobbies you love, or in relationships that feel effortless and warm. Remember, you are not required to explain yourself. A simple, "I won't be able to make it," is enough. The people who truly care about you will understand and respect your boundaries. And as you practice this, you'll find a new sense of freedom, a lightness that comes from honoring your own needs. So give yourself permission to let go. Release the weight of unnecessary obligations. Embrace the joy of choosing how you spend your days. This is your time, and you deserve to fill it with what makes your heart feel at home. Spend your energy where it feels good, with the people who make you feel alive. Number 6, outdated goals and ambitions. Maybe once you wanted the big promotion, or the dream house, or to cross something off a bucket list. But that was then, and this is now. If your priorities have changed, let your goals change too. Your purpose today might be to rest, to create, or, to simply enjoy your life. Number 7, comparing yourself to others. Look around and it's easy to wonder, did I do enough? Did I win at life? Did I keep up? But here's the truth. There is no scoreboard. There's only your journey. and it's beautiful. Every twist, every triumph, every lesson. Let go of the comparison. Embrace your path. Number 8. Feeling guilty for prioritizing your own happiness. You've spent decades giving to your family, your work, your community, but now it's your turn. To rest, to travel, to read, to paint, to do absolutely nothing without feeling guilty. Your happiness matters too, deeply. Number 9. The opinions of others. This one's big. What people think of you, it's none of your business anymore. You've lived, you've loved, you've survived more than they'll ever know. You don't need their approval. You don't need their permission. This is your time to live fully, freely, unapologetically. So here's the secret. When you release what no longer serves you, you make space for what does. Peace, presence, joy. At 70, you don't carry it all anymore. You choose, you breathe, you live, not for them, not for the past, but for you. If this spoke to you, type 1 in the comments, and if you're still figuring it out, type 0. Because wherever you are, you're not alone. Thank you for being here, and thank you for being you.